Hey, man.
Hey, man.
Do you like shows about people who are born without their moms being pregnant?
So you're talking about like the savior type, huh?
Maybe.
Well, it is raining in here, and you know why it's going to be raining in here?
Why?
Because we're going to be talking about the Umbrella Academy.
Hey, listen.
Bad pun. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, we were kind of doing
That's
that
the
one.
best we could come up with.
That one really sucked.
We're not
You want-
smart.
No.
Or funny.
We're funny looking. So yeah, well, let's talk about Umbrella Academy. Man, this was
Wow.
Okay, so Netflix kind of just said, here we go, have fun. This is Umbrella Academy. And apparently there was some murmuring because, of course, you have people in the trades and then you have people working there. It says, hey, this new thing's coming called Umbrella Academy. It's like, wait a minute. It's another comic book adaptation. Mm-hmm. Is this a Marvel?
No, Dark Horse, I think.
Is it Dark Horse?
Yeah.
Okay.
And one of the independent ones.
So, it follows 7. So I guess what happens in 1989, I think it's the 6th day of October, I believe.
Sometime in October.
6th day of October 1989. 43 or 42? 43 unexpected births happen, even though the women were not pregnant.
Yeah, that was the unexpected part.
Yeah, right. It's not really a recap. We're gonna go and kind of talk about it without trying to spoil it too much. There might be spoilers in this. So if you want to kind of watch it, it's all on Netflix right now. I love Netflix that they just drop everything all at once. So yeah, definitely go check it out because it was an unexpected drop. They just said, here you go, and that's what I love about Netflix. They'll just say, hey, that you might be interested. It's like, what is Umbrella? And then all of a sudden I see a bunch of my friends on Facebook. It's like, dude, you got to watch Umbrella Academy. And I'm like, what the hell's Umbrella Academy?
I'd read the comics, but I couldn't figure out how they were going to adapt that into a show that would be good.
Yeah.
And they did.
Yeah, no, it's a hell of a show. I mean, you're talking about, it's a quality show about so you have Mr. Oh God, is it Hargraves? Okay, which I won't give you spoilers, but I did read up on him. If you want to kind of read up on him yourself, go ahead. But he's this eccentric billionaire. So what happens is he finds out that these 43 children were born without pregnancies. They were just born from their mother, and this guy tries to get them. And how much did he get? He gets
7 of them.
He gets 7 of them.
He adopted 7.
So
or bought, I guess you could say.
Yeah, pretty much bought them. You got a billionaire says, hey, this is an unwanted child anyway.
Yeah.
So, man, it's a heck of a show. It goes through the lives of these kids growing up as superheroes with a very stern.
And he trains them as superheroes.
And he doesn't give them names.
Nope.
They are named 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So
kind of like Bird Box. Boy,
girl.
If he'd only had 2 of them, that'd have been their names.
Their names be 1, 2, boy, girl. So yeah, it's the main player, or the top billing is what's her name? Ellen Page from Juno and X-Men, which we're gonna get to that soon. It's a one big circle all the way back around to her. And
that's how circles work.
Yeah, all the way around. All the way around. Gotta start at one side, go all the way around. So yeah, this is almost like a okay, like I said, little spoiler. So number 7 is Ellen Page. Ellen Page pretty much was taught her whole life that she had no powers. So she's all like, oh, I don't have any powers. I'm just going to kind of learn my violin and get on with my life. The other ones, so you have number 1, which is super strong, apparently, which is half ape now.
Now he is, yeah.
Now he is, yeah. You have number 2, which is
Diego.
Oh, okay.
The knife thrower.
Yeah, he's a knife thrower. He can control where his knives go with his mind. You have number 3, which is the girl.
Yeah, Rumor.
rumor. So she says, I heard a rumor, and she could kind of force. Like,
She alters reality by saying that
Yeah.
whatever she says kind of comes true.
yeah, like I have a rumor that I'm going to win the lottery. You know. Number 4 is it the guy who talks to the dead people?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Klaus.
Klaus, who talks to dead people.
My favorite character, by the way.
Klaus is
Eccentric,
probably the most amazing. He reminds me of a lot of friends in high school. A lot of friends, like straight up. But yeah, he's kind of the comic relief.
Yes.
With drugs, drugs, sex, and rock and roll. That is his life right there. Then you of course have number 5, which the story runs around.
Yeah. That kid is amazing. You actually believe he's an old dude.
Yeah. So yeah, he can actually teleport himself and teleport through time.
Time and space.
And then you have number 6, which is the Ben who passed away.
Yeah, he died during, I guess, a mission. It's been a while since I read the books.
Yeah, so in the thing he dies, but number 4 talks to him because he can talk with the dead, but he can only really talk to dead if he's sober. And since he hears dead people all the time, hence why he hates to be sober.
It kind of makes sense because, all these dead people all around you all the time.
Yeah.
You probably want to get...
Yeah, you probably want to be numb to it also. And it makes sense, especially when you have a father that kind of locks you into a crematorium.
Oh, that was messed up.
Yeah, 3 more hours.
Trying to hone his skills, so they threw him in a mausoleum.
Oh, my God. And then, of course, you have number 7, which is Ellen Page. And she's called the White Violin. So it revolves around, and spoiler alert, big spoiler. Like I said, if you don't want to listen to this,
Stop listening now.
Stop listening now. Ellen Page has powers. This is almost like a Dark Phoenix story. The Master holds back the powers because she is too powerful.
Way too powerful.
Way too powerful. And so the whole story revolves around number 5 coming back in the time to try to stop the apocalypse. So that story pretty much is going to be played throughout. Then you have the the bad guys. Yeah, exactly. Words are hard, and this is my second language.
And that was more than 2 syllables.
Exactly, right? So you have the bad guys, which is...
I loved Hazel.
Yeah, Hazel and Cha-Cha, right?
Yeah.
And which is funny, because Cha-Cha is Mary J. Blige.
She does a pretty good
I was sitting
job.
there like, man, where do I know this woman from? I know this one from somewhere.
Because she's not singing.
I mean, you're talking about Mary J. Blige, and she takes on a role which is just...
She's got some acting chops.
Yeah, I mean, it's really great. Like, I told you I'm going to make you watch her die. So it's a crazy thing. I felt bad for Hazel at the end. I felt good for Hazel at the end. I felt kind of bad for Cha-Cha at the end because it's a whole thing. But, I mean, you're talking about multiple dimensions. You're talking about multiple timelines. You're talking about... You're talking about a lot, and you're talking about that poor man and his mannequin.
Dolores.
Good old Dolores. Oh, that one's funny, man. I was sitting there like I'm thinking back of Tom Hanks and Castaway.
Yeah, with Wilson.
With
That's
Wilson.
exactly the same way.
Or Will Smith in the zombie movie.
Oh, with his dog.
Yeah, but
Legend.
Yeah, I Am Legend, where he kind of goes to the mannequin too. So yeah, it kind of reminds me of that. But I mean, you're alone for 40 years. It's kind of what happens.
Yeah, I can't say what I would do because
Yeah, exactly.
40 years is a long time.
40 years is a long time. Yeah, and then you also have the bad guys. So these people. It's a company. It's called
Commission.
They're called the Commission. They are responsible for the correct timeline. I think it was just funny that Hazel was pretty much. It's just complaining the entire time. It's like cheap, crappy hotel.
7% cut in our pay.
Yeah, exactly.
No dental.
Oh, it's hilarious. It's like, and then it was like 2 twin beds, and then it was like 1 queen bed, and he called it too. He's like, "What's next?" So yeah, I mean, it's a crazy show. I binged it all in I think one day.
Wow.
Yeah, it was.
It's addictive. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very addictive. You really want to know what happens next.
So weird, but it's weird in a good way.
Yeah, and you're talking about multiple timelines. You're talking about number 5 being an assassin for
A time assassin. That was
time assassin, which
original job with the
yeah,
commission.
and like they were talking about like fingerprints from the '60s and stuff like that. It's pretty out there. Yeah, it's pretty good, and so what they're trying to do is they're trying to. So this commission now is telling them. So a big spoiler: the apocalypse is caused by number 7.
Vanya, the white violin.
The white violin.
Who supposedly had no powers.
They supposedly had no powers, but she straight up is Jean Grey. She is Dark Phoenix.
The sound to create.
Yeah, so her powers
sonic
is
waves.
she collects sound and uses that as energy, and she gets a lot of her powers from her violin.
Mm-hmm.
So, but man, when she got out of, so her father was kind of a shit. To her because she was too powerful, so she made number 3. She made number 3 make her think. I heard a rumor that she was ordinary.
Right.
So I mean, I guess yes and no. You have to understand where Hargraves is coming from. Like I said, you have to look into Hargraves because he's not just a normal person.
Don't want to spoil that one.
No, I don't want to spoil that one, but that's an interesting thing, and says, well, maybe there's a reason why. Man, yeah, I think it's a crazy show. You really need to watch it. I can't wait until season 2. Because that's going to be I wonder if
that's the bad thing about Netflix because you can watch it all at once, but then there's a big pause between seasons.
It's like a Game of Thrones. You have to wait 3 years.
I should have spread it out.
Right, or just watch it when season 2 comes out, all of season 1.
Yeah. It follows along the comic book pretty close. Also, there's a few little changes, like the main. I don't want to say the main bad guy that pushes Vanya to use her powers.
Protagonist?
Now I can't say it. Protagonist. God. I kept trying to say procrastinator.
Exactly. What I do every night, procrastinate.
But,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's not even in the comic books. He was made for the show, which honestly I think he works better than who they used in the comic book.
Which one?
They used the symphony conductor.
Oh, okay.
Was the one. Yeah, I like this better. It makes more sense. He got it with her on a personal level because his dad was a prick too, and
we're talking about a guy that was born on the same day. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was literally born on the same day, so he thought he actually had.
But he was from a pregnancy.
Yeah,
he was expected,
and his mother died during pregnancy, so he thought that he was special too. He's not, unfortunately, and the way he dies is pretty brutal.
Yes.
Yeah. You don't really want to mess with number 7 when she gets pissed.
No, she has a lot of stored up energy.
Yeah, you got 30 years of stored pent up rage and
well, how she brought the apocalypse was pretty spectacular.
The kind of spoiler-y, but what happened to number 3? I was sitting there like, oh.
Yep.
Yeah, watch it, but it's a pretty big.
Not using your power now.
Yeah, it's a pretty big eye opener. We're like, oh my god. So I guess the story is pretty much that they need to work as a team. They're always better as a team than separate, which is funny because the entire time that's what the story was trying to be told is. Every time that you see it, they're never working together, and it always gets screwed up.
Right.
Yeah. So I know. So it's in the trailers, but you have a talking ape. You have a talking monkey.
Mr. Pogo.
Mr. Pogo, which I believe he was also one of the 43. Because
that I'm not sure of.
Yeah. So that's my theory. Don't take me on it, but I think that. Because that's what 30-year-olds ape look like, and since he was probably born, who knows?
That's a good theory.
Yeah, that he's very smart.
Very, yeah.
Yeah, he's very smart, and I think that's what his power is. That he was very intelligent, and as a primate. So I think he actually is one of.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, I think
if any of the animal kingdom had
exactly. How would you know? Exactly. So it's one of those things.
All of a sudden, your dog has puppies. They're special.
Exactly. You know, they can talk. And then, you know, it's like Brian from Family Guy. They just give you crap all day. It's like, okay, I understand.
It was cute in the beginning.
Yeah, Brian. So yeah, I think he might.
It's a good theory.
Yeah, I think so because you know apes don't live that long, and he would be 30 years old as an ape, which is pretty old in ape standards. Hence the gray and stuff like that. So
see, I don't know where they're going from here. I only read the first because there's like 2 or 3 trade paperbacks out for Umbrella Academy. I have only read the first one.
Yeah.
So I imagine they're going to use the other ones for seasons 2 and 3.
Yeah, you know, like I said, you need to watch it. It's really good. I've always been a big fan of Ellen Page from you know Juno and Hard Candy and stuff like that.
You saw who the writer was, right? Gerard Way.
No, I did not.
He is the lead singer for My Chemical Romance.
Wow.
Also, he actually writes a lot of comedy. He did some writing on Doom Patrol.
Okay, yeah,
So
I
there's
heard
2 titles he's got.
Okay, so that you know, I did read up on that. The writer for Umbrella is some of the writers from Umbrella is also the same writer as Doom Patrol, which is I didn't know he's the lead singer of My Chemical Romance. That's interesting.
Multi-talented.
That's a Easter egg if you had never heard one.
Yeah,
Man.
he probably took a lot of drugs when he wrote that.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, I'm just waiting for the what is it, the Lincoln Memorial. Let's see, kind of spoilery. Well, just if you kind of want to catch up, read the comics because if they're following the comics pretty well,
pretty close, yeah.
You know, season 2 because apparently the first book was season 1. So the second book might be season 2, which they might be going back into the 60s.
Maybe. Well, in the first book, they didn't defeat a bank robber. They defeated a guy at the Eiffel Tower. Then the Eiffel Tower shot into space.
Yeah, so it's
little difference.
A little difference, like I said.
It doesn't hurt the plot at all.
Yeah, but yeah, it's pretty good. You really need to watch it, and that's why I said I love Netflix of just putting that out there and see if it catches on. And this one really did.
Not like DC streaming.
Well, the funny thing is, the only really reason I even knew about Doom Patrol is because I saw Brendan Fraser, and like I said, I was a huge Brendan Fraser fan, and I just saw that he was so fat, and I'm all like, wow, he gained a lot of weight, and I was like, oh, what is this Doom Patrol? And then I started getting into it. I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of interesting, and then you know he got it. I'm like, okay, I'll share.
Yeah. Like I said, they're like you said, the Guardians of the Galaxy for DC.
Yeah.
It's a group nobody's heard of, but it's a really good concept and story.
So, and like what you were saying with Doom Patrol with the Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Mm-hmm. But what happens if like Thor would just now be on Guardians of the Galaxy as a teammate, as a Guardian? It'd be kind of weird, right?
Well, I can't say because they brought the newer Guardians of the Galaxy. They bring in a lot of people as members now. Venom's been up there.
Yeah, I mean,
it was weird. You're right. It kind of ruined the whole dynamic of the team.
Yeah. But yeah, so Umbrella Academy, because
and you'll see that in every episode, the little umbrella popping open.
Which I like that it's not a standard opening, like Punisher or something like that. It almost realizes like a series of unfortunate events.
Yeah.
That's how they have their opening scenes, which Netflix is really cool on doing. That everything. Like Umbrella Incorporated, they'll actually put Umbrella Academy in like an umbrella or something like that. I really appreciate that because you can always just skip the opening or skip the opening credits, but I like that they actually involve it into the.
You really don't want to skip the credits on Umbrella Academy.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, I don't even know if you can because it goes right into it.
You can probably fast forward.
Yeah, but it
doesn't have the skip intro option.
But it's actually part of the story.
Yeah, most of the time.
Most of the time.
I don't think there was one that wasn't.
Mm-mm. So yeah, Umbrella Academy, I'd give it a good thumbs up. You need to really go watch it. It's really good. You'll probably binge it all at one day.
I told you my favorite character. Who was yours?
It's got to be Hazel.
Yeah, I would say it's tough.
It's
between Klaus and then Hazel and number 5 are right there, and then it's a big drop.
The thing is, like, look, I'm more in the lines. I personally feel like Hazel. I don't get me wrong. I like number 6. No, 5. No, 4.
6 is dead.
So, yeah. I like number 4 because I love Klaus, which he goes through a lot of shit in this whole season. He just kind of wants to be like, kind of leave me alone, let me do my drugs. So he's got that he's got a lot of issues, but I love Hazel. Hazel is my favorite because he's just like, don't you just want to kill somebody that you don't have to be told to kill? You know, and I'm sitting there like, he just kind of wants to retire. It's like, I had enough.
And eat donuts.
Yeah. So it's
well, they have a vegetarian donut. Why would they do that to a donut?
It's vegan options. Why? I love Hazel.
And he's so deadpan on the delivery.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Hazel is probably one of my favorites. It's really between Klaus and Hazel, but Hazel, I think, takes it up for me.
Edges it out just a little.
Edges it out because it's just.
Is it his beard?
Yeah, well, it's that he's holding his own with supernatural beings,
Yeah,
and he's not a cyborg. He's not. I mean, I think
he just has the time. Well, they had the time travel briefcase.
Exactly. Yeah. See, you don't take it everywhere where you go.
Yeah, that's when you run into problems.
Yeah, exactly. When
they didn't have to carry it.
God, yeah. Why don't you carry it? Yeah. So I think it's just that. I think that's pretty good. And you're gonna say you're Klaus?
Klaus, but Hazel and number 5 are right below them.
Yeah.
But then after those, there's a big drop off to who my next favorite is. The rest of them I'm kind of.
Yeah. You know what? I'm with a whole bunch of powers like bending away where the knife goes. Okay, and being super strong, but apparently not strong enough to be the bigger guy, a big guy.
Not very smart either.
Yeah. Well. And then, I mean,
with the knives. Well, look, I can throw a knife in a curve.
And then, but the thing is, like, in number 4, he just kind of doesn't want to do anything. And number 3 is, she's kind of, especially the parenting. Wouldn't you love to be a parent to have that kind of rumor? Rumor has it, go to bed, you little shit.
In the comics, she uses that power, overuses it when she's growing up to get everything she wants.
Hence why she's a movie star.
Yeah.
Rumor had it, you're going to put me in this film. Yeah.
Would you like to be in my film?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm sitting there like, oh, okay.
I would do that too.
Yeah, me too.
Who wouldn't?
I would be such a super villain.
I would just use it for stupid stuff.
Exactly, right.
Rumor has it you want to give me that cheeseburger.
Yeah, your rumor has it I'm getting double meat on my cheeseburger. Yeah. So, and, I think the only one that's really strong was number 7. And she didn't even have her powers all her life.
Well, Klaus in the comics is pretty strong when he actually uses his powers because he can also levitate and
it's just
he can do quite a bit. He's just always high or drunk.
So and then of course Ben that died, he's Mr. Tentacles,
Cthulhu looking the owl.
Exactly, but he's dead. So without Klaus, he's nothing.
He's not there yet.
He's not there.
In the comics, he can actually manifest Ben to a certain point where he can interact. With
and that was also in the series where he's
a little bit.
He can actually like touch things or pull people apart or something like that. But what do you guys think? You guys should watch Umbrella Academy and agree or
one of these.
Disagree with us. If you agree, give us a like. That'd be great.
Go out and read the trade paperbacks. They're pretty good.
It's Dark Horse?
Dark Horse Publishing, yes.
Yeah, go to your local comic book store and see if they have any back issues or trade paperbacks.
They're probably flying off the shelves right now. You can't get them from the distributor.
Oh, yeah. Well,
everybody's speculating and buying them.
Yeah, I love those people.
Yeah, there's always those guys.
But, for every one that makes money, there's 100 of them that don't, so.
Yeah, that's true.
For every Walking Dead, there's I don't know, give me a 1 of 100 that don't make any money.
Captain Canuck.
Sergeant Fury.
Yeah, well, some of those are worth. But anyway, you know what we're talking about.
Yeah, go pick out Umbrella Academy number 1. It's probably worth like $3 now.
At least.
Well, comment down below. What do you guys think? Do you agree with us? Do you not agree with us? While you're down there, hit that subscribe button.
Please.
That'd be kind of cool if you did. We want to hit 2,000 subscribers by the end of this year.
That would be perfect.
Yeah. And while you're here, hit that little bell icon so you can actually watch us.
Yeah, you get notified whenever we put up new stuff.
Yeah, and comment down below because the interaction kind of pushes this video up in the people searches, so that'd be cool. So let us know what you thought about it. My name is Patrick with Talk Nerdy to Me.
I am Troy, also with Talk Nerdy to Me.
And for our auditorial podcasters, thank you for subscribing also. We will see you guys next week. Later, nerds.
Get nerdy with me. Tell me what game that you get on. Is it card or read? What kind of class do you play, girl? In an RPG.